Currently 6:37. Let's get this morning started. Shower done. Freezing.
It's easy to kind of.
It's a pretty basic.
All right, real quick before work, I just wanted to bring up one topic. So, what you're consuming whenever you're going to sleep, whether it be TikTok, YouTube videos, or whatever it is, whatever you're consuming at night is a product of how you're gonna feel in the morning, in your dreams, and the way you think. So I encourage whatever you're watching at night, let it be something productive, let it be something knowledgeable, and don't let it just be you scrolling on TikTok, just watching random TikTok videos. Also, not to mention, just the things that you're watching influences you. So if you're watching happy videos, you're gonna feel happy. If you're watching sad videos, then you're gonna be sad. So let's make sure to watch something more happy, and let's all just be kind, happy people. All right. All right, so this is a completely different day, by the way, and I have a pretty good reason why. So basically, I was supposed to record that video, or this video today, on that day, which was 2 days ago on Wednesday, and today's Friday now. I have a great reason why. So I was gonna record this video, and then as soon as I was gonna record it, my brother decided he wanted to go run, so I was like, okay, I'll join you. And so the trail's like 3-ish miles, like a little bit more than 3 miles. All right, so we were running it pretty good. I have some clips. I'll put them up right now, but we were running good and it was fine. And then I was zoning out just a little bit, thinking about recording this video. And as soon as I zoned out for just like 5 seconds, boom, I fell. I rolled my ankle, started rolling and rolling. So whenever I rolled it, I heard it pop. And so I thought it was broken at first, but so my natural instinct was first to just press record for whatever reason. So I actually have a video of it, and some people came by me and they passed me and they were asking if I was good and stuff. You okay? Yeah.
You take your time?
Oh my goodness. I think I lost my ankle right there in that little hole.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Can you walk?
I don't know yet.
Yeah, okay. Gotcha.
I think I'll be fine. It's just a pain settling right now.
Yeah.
Oh my lord.
I hate that.
I should be okay though.
Okay.
I appreciate y'all stopping.
Yeah, no problem, man.
You got a
Oh
phone.
goodness.
Just
Yeah.
call for help if
Yes,
you need.
ma'am.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh god. All right, so that moment right there, I want to talk about that moment because this might be a complete coincidence or whatever. While I was running, I didn't see anybody in front of me. Like, I see nobody coming towards me. And then as soon as I fall, I started rolling, and then 2 random people just come out of nowhere just to check on me. And if you listen to the clip, they're so respectful, like the most respectful people I've ever like came across. And I'm not gonna lie, before the run, I was kind of like not confident in the run. The trail, it goes through some woods, and then it comes out of the woods after a while. So I was gonna run until I finished the woods. So I finished the woods, but as soon as I finished the woods, that's when I rolled my ankle. All right, so my theory is that God allowed this trial or this tribulation to happen to me in order to show me that I can get up and finish what I'm doing. He allowed this to happen. He allowed the people to come by and check on me just to make sure I'm okay. And he allowed me not only after that, I got up and I finished the rest of my mile, because I was at 2 miles and I had 1 mile left, and I got up and I was like, man, I cannot finish. Like, I have to finish. So I finished my mile, and afterwards it felt okay. Today's a bit worse. I have a video of that I'll show you right now. But I honestly believe that God allowed this to happen to me to show me that I can get up and persevere through whatever I can do. Gotta look on the bright side of things. Look where I rolled it. Look where God rolled my ankle in this perfect, beautiful spot. Anyways, you gotta see the positive in things. So it was all happened for a reason. Alright, enough talking about that though. Let's get into the real reason for this video today. And by the way, I brought some notes. So I know in my past videos I've said that this video is unplanned, but this video today is planned. I had to get a little vest because it's very chilly right now. So we're gonna go over the power of the tongue, and we're gonna go over discipline, because those two they're very like they complement each other very well. So recently I've watched the and I encourage everyone to watch this if you haven't watched it yet. It kind of really like opens your mind, and I know a lot of people don't really like this person, but it was the Andrew Tate and the George Janko podcast. I really believe everyone should go watch that if you haven't yet. But they really do talk about some really key topics in life right now, and I think everybody will enjoy that pretty good. So George Janko in this podcast, he talks about the power of the tongue, and I've talked about this before. The speaking it into existence thing. That's basically what I'm gonna talk about today. But it's the power of your tongue is very George Janko said your tongue is very sharp. It's one of the sharpest weapons you have. So he starts it off basically by bringing back to the Bible. So in the Bible it says in the beginning, and if you guys know, in the beginning was the Word, and God, basically he says God created everything with his mouth and his tongue. So he created the light, he created the plants, he created the animals, he created everything, right? And so that just goes to show you how important and how sharp the tongue really is, and just really how you speak and what you speak, it really comes to play in your life deeply. And basically kind of like what you feed yourself, and like what you're saying to yourself is how you'll feel, is a product of how you will feel after that. So if you're speaking negatively about yourself, speaking negative, oh, I'm depressed, I'm sad, I'm this and that, and I'm not happy, that's how you're gonna feel. Like if you're speaking happy about yourself, or if you're speaking good about yourself, you're saying, oh, I'm happy, my life is going great, I'm getting jacked, I'm doing this, I'm getting better, I'm making more money, this and that. That's how your life is gonna play out. Like you're gonna see results based on what you're speaking and what you're feeding to yourself, if that makes sense. He says, don't, like, if you have one good friend, don't talk to them about your problems. Like, of course it's good to vent and this and that, but don't talk to them about your problems, because it's only gonna make your problems worse. It's only gonna make you think about them more. So really what you should be doing is, to that one good friend you have, talk to them about your goals, talk to them about your dreams, and don't really think about the negatives too much. So in this podcast, George, he brings up a great analogy about two wolves. So basically there's one wolf in the light, and then there's one wolf in the dark, and he's saying like which one will most likely live over a long period of time. And he asked Andrew Tate this, and Andrew Tate says the one in the light, of course, but the real answer was it was the one you feed. So this comes back to us in our life. If we're in a dark point in our time, aka the wolf in the dark, if we're feeding ourselves good energy, good stuff, we can still come out on top. Even if we're at a dark spot in our life or a dark time in our life, we can still feed ourselves good things, good knowledge, good stuff, positivity, and we can still come out on top even if we're at a dark spot in our life. By the way, I want to reiterate this. I'm gonna say it every video. This is for me, and this is for you guys too. I'm not perfect. I'm learning from this. This is the reason why I watched this podcast in the beginning, was to learn something that I can potentially give to you guys and to help out. Basically, he gave me the bread, and I'm distributing it to everybody, aka you guys. Alright, so let's move to the topic of discipline, because this plays in a very key role. Same thing, just like as if you're if you're feeding yourself bad stuff, negativity, your discipline is going to be bad. Because if you think, oh, I'm gonna get up this day, nah, I'll just wait. I actually wrote it down in my notes. So it was one of the first things I wrote about discipline. So discipline, it's so easy just to say, no, I'm not gonna do this today. I'm just wanna lay in my bed. It's comfy. It's so nice. I just wanna couple extra minutes of sleep. It's so easy to say, I'm not gonna get up today, I'm not gonna do this, but that's when you're really getting challenged. That's discipline. I also wrote it in the second thing I wrote about this. The biggest battle of the day is getting out of bed, because it's so comfy, it's so warm. You just want to lay there, get a couple extra minutes to sleep. But that's the biggest battle of the day. If you can get through that, you can get through the whole day. Say you want to start a morning schedule. Like, this is what I'm doing now. I'm gonna try to wake up every day, every morning, around 6 to 7:30 at the latest. This is what I'm gonna try to go for. Today I woke up at 7:30. If you're gonna make these plans, you have to stick to them. And this is what I'm gonna try to be doing. I'm gonna try to stick to them and make them more of my priorities. You need to set different goals to make your life better. Not only setting these goals, but you need to stick to them. This is what I wrote down as well. You need to stick to these goals in order to have this discipline. The reason discipline is so important is because discipline is the strongest form of self-love. And I really love the way this dude, if I find his name, I'll put it up on the screen, but basically he does cold plunges like every morning. And so the way he explained it is, he said, the future you is depending on the current you now to keep the promises that you made yesterday, if that makes sense. This is saying, imagine how you're gonna feel once you accomplish this thing in the future versus when you don't accomplish this. How would you feel 5 hours later in the day? If you don't wake up early in the morning, after 5 hours later, you're gonna feel, oh man, I didn't wake up in the morning, I didn't stick to my goals, I didn't stay true to myself. But 5 hours later, if you did wake up in the morning, you hit your 50 push-ups, you drank some tea. Speaking of that, I didn't make my tea. I need to make my tea. Maybe I'll make my tea while making this video. But like I was saying, 5 hours later in the day, once you've done that, you made your tea, you got in your push-ups, whatever, your little workout. 5 hours later, how are you gonna feel? You're gonna feel great. You're gonna feel like, oh, I did that and I accomplished something. That's all for my notes, but basically what I'm saying is these two things play a key role in your life. So the way you're speaking affects your discipline. If you want to have discipline, I encourage, I'm going to use this word a lot, I encourage everyone to write down a list, whatever you want to do. You want to wake up early in the morning, you want to work out right after you want to stretch, you want to read, you want to meditate, whatever it is, write it down. Everyone has phones. I'm using my phone to record. Everyone has phones. Write it down in your notes and stick to it. Make sure you stick to it, and if you don't stick to it, give yourself some kind of punishment, whether it be 50 push-ups, whether it be cutting back on some sweets, cutting back on some sodas. Do something like that just to show that you didn't stay true to yourself and that you will next time. So stay disciplined, become disciplined, write down a little morning routine, afternoon routine, whatever it be, and feed yourself positivity, stay happy. Like I always say in every video, be kind, make someone laugh, and make them smile today. Have a good day. Everyone watch the George Janko Andrew Tate podcast.